What up, YouTube? BMat820 again. I want to make this particular video about a problem that a lot of families in the African American community and a lot of biracial kids have gone through as well, and that's single father households. The black father not present. I had the same problem, man. I had the same problem. My father was, my parents were married until I was 8, and my father and my mother divorced, and he left the picture, and ever since then he hasn't really, had anything to do with me or my sister. And he's been trying a little bit more recently, and she's been more receptive to it than I have. But not really making this video about me personally, but it's definitely a problem that has plagued the community, and you see it a lot. And I'm not saying that that's not the case in any other households of different races or whatever. I mean, I know there's white fathers or Asian fathers or Hispanic fathers, but it seems to be more prevalent in the black community. And I think to myself a lot, I wonder why. I wonder why it happens so much in the black community where the father is not present. And it's easy to blame it on the women and say because black men can't deal with white or with black women, but I mean that's an excuse. That's something we need to think about, man. That's something we need to think about. We need to think about why this is happening so much, man. We need to wonder why there's so many youth in the black community who are growing up without fathers. We need to ask ourselves that question, man. Because it happens a lot, man. I mean, I see it a lot. It happens a lot. I have a lot of friends who have grown up without fathers. And I grew up back in New York. I lived in New York until I was 22, man. I lived in this poor area where it was mostly African American and Hispanic people, and I'd say probably the majority, maybe 90% of the kids that I grew up with in this particular community did not have their fathers around, man. A lot of the fathers were locked up or out chasing other women like mine was, and it's something that needs to be addressed, man. It's easy to say that it's not just a black male thing, and that it happens in more communities than just the black community, which is true, but I think we can all agree that it does happen in the black community more, man. And if there's any black males watching this who aren't really a part of your kid's life, or if you know anyone like that, I mean, really think about it, man. Or it's just something that happens too much, man. And it's just something I don't think is addressed too much. I mean, I think there's excuses about it a lot of times, but not really enough thought process put into it. I don't know. Let me know what you think.